afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School turf fields for Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. As this afternoon they take on the Westwood Wolverines. Tom Nappy on the call, John Ritz on camera. Matt Clark making sure everything goes okay back in the studios, and we are set to go. Westwood is 3-1 on the season, and they have had a good season so far as they'll start off with possession in their green uniforms, working right to left. The Hillers in their at-home white uniforms, and it should be a good battle between two experienced, talented teams here today. As with it for the Wolverines is Weston. Liz Weston gets it over to the near side. Out in front now, there's a shot and a quick score by the Westwood Wolverines. Emily DeMayo with the first score of the game. And just like that, it is a 1-0 Westwood lead, 32 seconds into action. Out in front now, there's a shot and a quick score by the Westwood Wolverines. The Hillers started off this season with a loss against Medfield. They then took down Norwood and fell to Holliston on the road. They're 1-2 on this season. Looking to get back in the win column here today, but certainly a tall task against a very talented Westwood team. Wolverines try to pick it up. There's an illegal push, as Lily Hancock was rushing upfield. She got a push from behind. Hancock with it. Lily gets it over to the near side to Connaughton. Now out in front. Hancock hands it back. With it now, DeMayo gets it over to the near side, rushing in. Good box out there by the Hiller defenders. With it is Nizolio over to the far side now. Wolverines going to work it around, try to look for that opening. Out in front, loose ball. That shot deflected. That was from Ava Connaughton. He'll stay with Westwood. They look to rush in, loose ball. Picked up by the Hillers. Oh no, it was picked up then dropped. Kelly Hopkins nearly had it and just couldn't hang on. DeMayo got in there. Emily DeMayo going to have an opportunity here. Rushing in, takes it. And some good goaltending there. She'll do it again. We get a false start. Closing in, shot, and this time she's successful. 2-0 Westwood. Emily DeMayo with a pair of goals early on in this contest. It comes at 22:37 left to go in the first half. Busy day for us here at HCAM. We also have Hiller Outdoor Track and Field, the birthday boy Mike Terosian on camera for Outdoor Track and Field, and I'll be helping out a little later on after this game to bring you track and field coverage. There'll be 2 track and field meetings this season at HCAM, today being one of those. The Hillers going to need to tighten up defensively here and try to hang on 2 possessions. It's going to be crucial against this offensive powerhouse of a Westwood team. Westwood 3-1. They started off taking on, I'm going to have trouble with this school name, Cannon Daigua Academy. First time I've heard of that establishment. They lost to that academy. It's a private school, not typically an an opponent on the schedule, but Westwood, they schedule out of league very tough, and they do that for a number of reasons. More playoff points, and also it gets you more battle tested. Rushing in, shot, and it was put in by Lily Hancock, but there was a whistle. I think that's going to scratch the goal off, but she's going to get a restart here. Westwood then took down Holliston 18-2, Ashland 15-2, and Medfield 19-3. So Westwood, they are one of the favorites in the TVL Large this season to do big things in the postseason, as that shot is wide. Hiller ball. So Hillers will have their hands full today, but certainly a lot of good talent on this Hiller team as well. Michaela Scanovan with it. Scanovan working up the field. Trying to breeze by the defenders along the far side. It's knocked out. Picks it back up. Hiller's going to fling it around, try to look for an opening. Closing in, open net, and it's blocked by a defender as Kaden Rosendale had a nice-looking shot, but Hillary Noble able to get her net in front of it. Here comes the Wolverines once again. Lily Hancock with it. And Westwood going to move it around. Out in front. McGrail with it. Looking to close in. And that shot deflected. Good goalkeeping there. The Hillers working their way up. Morgan Arnold in net for the Hillers. It's taken back by Westwood. Along the far side comes Vivian Bean. And there's a shot. And did that go in? It did indeed. That is Ava Connaughton making it 3-0. Well, this Westwood girls lacrosse program, they're just elite. They're always in the mix in the postseason for a championship run, and just a tremendous program. And we'll tell you more about their recent success throughout this broadcast. Off the face-off. Westwood girls lacrosse, they actually won the 2021-2022 Division I state championship as they look to close in once again. The Wolverines had a lot of the players featured on this year's team as part of that championship run. They returned most of their stars from last season, and they are looking for a repeat. We'll get a restart here. Lily Hancock with it. They've won the championship in 2022, 2021, also 2016, 14, 12, 2009, and 2008. As we get another score. Could be a long day for the Hillers with this amount of experience on this Westwood team. I believe it was Carolina Zolio who put that one in. 4-0 Westwood, 19:27 left to go in the first half. Last season in the championship, they took down Wellesley 16-1 in a championship game. That's almost unheard of. As part of that playoff run, it was really a dominant playoff run. They took down Brookline 17-2, Winchester 16-5. Conquered Carlisle 16-5, Lincoln Sudbury 16-2, and Wellesley 16-1. Just incredible by this Westwood program. Here comes the Hillers. Emma Dacey with it. The Hillers are going to have to really try to take advantage of any shooting opportunity they get. You're going against a very high-powered offense. You need to get scores if you want to get into this game. Rosendale along the far side, flings it over to Kendall Taub. Hiller's moving it around, trying to open things up. Jamie Arena with it. And it's knocked it out. Arena picks it back up, closing in, takes it, makes it. A big score there for Jamie Arena. I think that's kind of a statement goal. It says, hey, you might be very experienced, you might be last year's state champion, but we're going to fight. We're going to try to hang around in this one. It was nice to talk to Jamie Arena just a few days ago as part of Hiller Commitment Day. She will be attending Roger Williams University to play Division III lacrosse next season. It was nice to talk to Jamie Arena just a few days off the face-off, Westwood with it. Stays with the Wolverines. With it is McGrail. Closing in, and good job defensively by the Hillers as Caroline Zolio had nowhere to go. Westwood going to move it around. And it is put in. And again, it is Emily DeMayo. She already has a hat trick. 5-1 Westwood lead at 18:11 left to go in the first half. Now the Wolverines, they not only won the state championship last season, they had the perfect season. They finished 25-0. It was their second straight state championship title and 8th state title since 2008. And that team was led by Kate Dean, Maddie Lyons, Ava Connaughton, Lily Hancock, Caroline Zolio, and Kelly McGrail also had a big part. It'll go to the Hillers with the side out. This is going to be a good experience booster for the Hillers. Taking on this tough Westwood team. A lot of young players on the Hillers. They lost some seniors from last season and have some new faces on the roster. As we get an interception here, DeMayo picks it off. Here she comes up the near side. And now Westwood working it upfield quickly. The sun is shining here at the turf fields. A little breeze. Perfect weather for some spring sports. Temperatures in the lower 70s today. We'll probably get down to the mid-60s by the end of this game. Out in front, and another score. Lily Hancock that time. 6-1 Westwood at 17:05 left to go in the first half. It's tough when you're a younger team and you get a state championship title team returning most of their talent. Off the face-off. Westwood so successful in the face-off circle. That really is one of the big reasons for a lot of their success. They just dominated in that face-off circle. We do have a busy week of Hiller sports coming up, and we'll tell you more about that throughout this broadcast, as we'll have some baseball and softball over the next couple of days. Wolverines looking to close in. Closing in, shot in. Another impressive goal there by Caroline Zolio. Well, she's someone you might want to consider double teaming if you can. But there's just so many different weapons on this Westwood team. Oh no, they wave off the goal. She'll get a restart here. And we get a save. Big save there by Morgan Arnold, the senior goalkeeper. The Hillers needed that. Now let's see if they can take advantage of this turnover. Side out. It'll stay with the Hillers. Hiller's working it upfield. Bouvier with it. Gets it over to Torgny. Hiller's going to move it around, try to find that opening. Tomorrow on HCAM, a scheduled 4 p.m. start for Hiller baseball as they take on Xaverian Brothers. I'll be on the call for that game and should be a good one. There's a shot and a save. Michaela Scanovan on the shot. Good save by the Westwood goalkeeper, Riley Harrington. And then Hiller baseball is right back in action on Friday, and softball in action as well at home, as they'll both take on Ashland. Right now scheduled 4 p.m. starts. As there's a shot and a score. And that time it's Kella McGrail. Makes it 7-1 at 14:44 left to go in the first half. As you know, with some bus driver shortages and umping and officiating shortages, sometimes those 4 o'clock games get moved, so we'll certainly keep you updated if there's any changes, but right now it is indeed a 4 p.m. game on Friday. I'm kind of hoping they move it to a night game. I enjoy those games under the lights, especially when you get this kind of weather, and Friday's supposed to be in the 80s, so it'd be a nice night for that. But we'll see. 4 o'clock's okay too. Looking to close in. That is Dacey. Flings it over to Turigny. Hiller's going to move it around. Up from behind the net now is Rosendale. Gets it up to Kendall Tom. Katie Rosendale, Kendall Tom, they'll be two young athletes to watch this spring. They're both in their freshman year and should play a big role on this team for the foreseeable future. Arena trying to get it in front, knocked loose, and it's still loose. Batted around by a number of players on both teams as it is picked up by Westwood. Hillary Noble able to scoop it up. And you can hear the gunshots of the track meet as they are off. If you have 2 TVs available, feel free to throw on outdoor track on one as well. Working up the near side, DeMeo. Here comes Westwood. Noble had it as Wolverines will pass around the net now. Westwood already off to a comfortable start here, leading 7-1. And certainly no urgency. I mean, they can wait for the exact right opportunity to rush in with that 6-point lead. We're going to get a turnover, side out Westwood. Here comes the Hillers. Saneed Her with it. A little too much contact there. Her working it upfield. Dacey with it. Gets it over. Now Bouvier. Closing in, takes it, and it's deflected. Loose ball. Westwood has it. Picked up by Kella McGrail. Good save there by Riley Harrington. That was just some great goalkeeping. Wolverines quickly move it down into the attack zone. Westwood working it around the net. McGowan with it. Feeds it over to the near side. McGrail. Now to DeMeo. Wolverines just going to move it around until they can throw these defenders off balance and find that opening. And Westwood head coach yelling, move it again. Keep it moving. Westwood led by Margot Spatola. Out in front, Zolio feeds it over, shot, and that is going to be in by Kella McGrail. That is her second score. It's an 8-1 Westwood lead. 11:04 left to go. And that is by Kella McGrail. Off the face-off. Loose ball. Westwood has it. Rushing upfield, Hancock. Wolverines moving it around. Near side, Connaughton. Feeds it behind the net. Sneaking out. Closing in, shot, and that is deflected away. Good goalkeeping there as Zolio got the shot off. Out in front once again, and that is wide. Attempted shot there by Charlotte DeMeo. Stays with Westwood. Just under 10 minutes left to go in the first half now. McGrail with it. Gets it over out in front. Zolio looking to close in. Some contact there. Off the whistle, shot in. Caroline Zolio. Zolio having a dominant day. A 9-1 Westwood lead at 9:15 left to go. Hiller Outdoor Track is taking on Medfield today. Also have that live. Wolverines with it. Another face-off win for Westwood, and it's going to be interesting to see throughout the course of the game. Can the Hillers start to get some of these wins in the face-off circle? That's been really one of the big problems for the Hillers is Westwood just winning those possessions. Closing in. Shot, and it's a save. That shot was by Catherine Krumsick. And she has it now along the far side. Krumsick pops it out. Westwood gonna work it around. Looking to close in. Shot, and it's in. And we'll get a Hiller timeout. It's 7:51 left to go. It is a 10-1 Westwood lead. You are tuned in to Hiller Girls Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. set to continue on off the timeout. It's a 10-1 Westwood lead. Dominant day so far by the Wolverines. Hillers took a timeout, try to talk things over. Set to continue on. Off the face-off. Working up the far side, McGrail. Looking to close in. It looks like the Hillers bunching defenders in front of the net. And Westwood going to find the opening. With that score, that is Cecilia Thurmond. And it appears her teammates call her Cece, so we'll go with that. Cece Thurmond with the score. 11-1 Westwood lead. 7:07 left. We do have a running clock in effect as Westwood is up by 10. Ten points or more, you'll get that running clock. Picked up by the Hillers. Hillers working it around. Rosedale on the far side. Over to Turigny. Now her. To Dacey. Hayward. This is one of those games where you're taking on an experienced state championship defending team, and you got a lot of young players on your squad, and you're just going to try to get some good experience against this elite competition. Hayward feeds it over. Turigny out in front. It's dropped. And the Wolverines have it. Picked up by Thurmond. Wolverines quick to move it up the field. I'll tell you, this Westwood team, they are impressive. They don't waste any time working it up the field. Just a good burst. Along the near side is DeMayo. Wolverines moving it around. Westwood, they're going to take their time here. No reason to rush that shot. Out in front. Feeds it over. Good ball handling by this Westwood group. Connaughton with it. Along the near side now. Looking to close in, Williams. Feeds it over. Connaughton. She might try to close in here. And she didn't have the look she wanted. Scooped back over to Thurmond. Out in front, what a pass. Great pass by Thurmond, and Charlotte DeMayo puts it in. That was just great ball control by Westwood, and you can see why they've had so much success as they take the 12-1 lead with a little over 4 minutes left to go. Running clock in effect. Off the face-off. Wolverines quick to get it upfield, and that's what they like to do. Get it right to the attack zone and then try to tire the defense out, move it around a lot, and find that opening. And it's rare to see a group with this good of ball control, and that's one of the strongest parts of Westwood's game is they don't allow a lot of turnovers. Wolverines being patient. Now you'd expect Hillers maybe will get a little more aggressive, especially in the second half, trying to create some of those turnovers. But that's what Westwood hopes for, because that's where they start to find those openings. Right now, the Hillers just concentrating on defending the attack area and covering their zone. Out in front, and good turnover there. That was good defense by the Hillers. Hillers working it upfield as quick as they can. With it is her. She'll feed it over. Just under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Looking for an opening. Good defense as Hayward was trying to work her way in. Back to Dacey. With it, Rosendale. Approaching a minute left. Looking to get it out in front. Arena with the shot and a good save. It was a nice feed, but the goalkeeper ready for it. And Riley Harrington with another good save fires it away. Gets it over to Hillary Noble. And another shot in for Westwood. Kate Sullivan. 13-1 game, 20 seconds left, and first half about to run out with the running clock. And that'll do it. Tough first half for the Hillers, but a very good Westwood team visiting today. After one half of play, it is Westwood 13, the Hillers 1. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School turf fields. We are just about ready for the second half. 13-1 Westwood lead as we enter half number 2. We have switched ends. The Hillers in their home white jerseys will be working right to left across your screen. Westwood in their away greens will be working left to right. Nice sunny day here for some Hiller sports. Tom Nappy happy to be on the call. John Ritz on camera. And this Westwood team, very dominant team, very experienced team. They have won the state championship the last 2 seasons and looking to make it 3 this year. They're certainly one of the favored teams in the state to make it to that level. And they are showing their skills off here today. But this young Hiller team, they're holding their own, creating some turnovers, and most importantly, getting some great experience out of it. As Wolverines going to work it around the net. Running clock will be in effect as long as Westwood's up by 10 or more, as they currently lead 13-1. The Wolverines going to be patient here to find the right opening to try to take their shot opportunity. Well, that's the other thing about Westwood is they wait for the right time to take the shot, so they don't give up a lot of turnovers. They try to make sure that their shot success rate is very high. Looking out in front. Wolverines, some good ball control. Trying to bring it around to Zolio. And Westwood, they thought maybe they had an opening there, didn't like it, so they move it around again. Good defense along the edges by the Hillers. Hillers defending in front of the net well. Yeah, I have a feeling this half, you're not going to see Westwood score 13 goals. The Hillers have switched up their strategy defensively. They're putting more bodies in front of the net and making it a little more difficult to find that opening. Connaughton over the far side, gets it over to Hancock. Now out in front. And Wolverines were looking again to charge in front of the net. Didn't like it. Bringing it out is Olivia Williams. Up behind the net now. Bringing it around. Looking for the shot. Well defended by the Hillers as DeZolio couldn't find a shot. DeZolio was just looking for that opportunity and could not get it off. Now out in front, and it's deflected. Good defense there. Olivia Williams took that shot. She does get it back along the far side. Bringing it around, and good defense in front of the net by Hayward. As Charlotte DeMayo is trying to come around with it. Hayward got in front of her. And she will get a restart here. Rushes in and makes it in. Charlotte DeMayo makes it a 14-1 game. Comes at 21:24 left to go. Clock is running. Well, you can see how the Hillers have tightened up defensively. They're not giving Westwood those open looks as they'd hoped for. And we have a few TVL updates to tell you about of some other afternoon action going on around the league. We'll get to those in just a moment. Medfield baseball leading Westwood 4-2 after one inning. So an exciting battle on the baseball diamond between Medfield and Westwood going on right now. As the Wolverines looking for the opening. Wind starting to pick up a little bit here at the turf fields. Over to Hancock. Now Williams to McGrail on the far side. Just under 20 minutes left to go. Well, the thing about Westwood is the Hillers just waiting for that opportunity where a pass gets away from them, but they pass the ball really well. And it's knocked down. Battle for it. And the Hillers get the turnover. Great turnover there as Dacey picks it up. They knocked it out of the net of McGowan. It's somewhat impressive how this Hiller defense has tightened up. It's looking a lot more sharp in this second half. And it's picked off by Westwood. Lily Hancock with the interception there. Westwood quickly back to the attack zone. Grail over to Hancock. Now along the near side, DeMayo. Westwood gonna work it around. Westwood continuing to move it around. Also, don't forget, as part of the busy day for HCAM, we'll have a brand new HCAM Sports Talk airing tonight at 5:30 p.m. We'll fill you in with the latest on Hiller sports, latest highlights, and also we have footage from Commitment Day. We talked to several athletes who have committed to collegiate athletics. And last but not least, Jared Keene and Andy Barron join us to talk some Boston Bruins amongst many other topics. Brand new HCAM Sports Talk tonight at 5:30 p.m. on HCAM and also our YouTube page. Along the far side is DeMayo. That was Nazolio, rather, feeding it over. Billy Hancock with it. And after HCAM Sports Talk at 6 p.m., stay tuned for a brand new HCAM News. Keeping you up to date with the latest happenings in Hopkinton. HCAM News every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Hancock with it, feeds it over. And some big stories on HCAM News tonight about town leadership, as well as a terrific event to recognize and honor the town of Ashland's contributions to the Boston Marathon, hosted by the 26.2 Foundation. There's a shot and a score. Emily DeMayo. Emily DeMayo makes it 15-1. At 16:40 left to go. Clock continuing to run down. And also, John brings up a good point. We'll have live jazz tonight on HCAM Ed at 7 p.m. Live from Hopkinton High School. John Ritz will be there to bring you the terrific jazz performances tonight at 7 as the Hillers rushing up the far side. Ooh, a bit of a collision there. So pretty much there's no better place to be than tuned into HCAM throughout the rest of the evening. Michaela Scanovan along the near side. It's knocked loose, picked up by Rosendale in a battle for it. Westwood recovers. Here comes Carolina Zolio. Their correction, that's number 8, Emily DeMayo. The 8 and the 6 throw me off sometimes. Working her way up, Connaughton. And we'll get a restart. Westwood recovers. Wolverines going to work it around, and they'll pick up a Likely a dominant win here at Hopkinton High School, but this is great experience for this Hiller team. They really stepped it up defensively, and they slowed down this potent Westwood offense. Behind the net, that is Connaughton. Gets it out in front now. And so good defense there as Michaela Scanovan got in front of Hancock. McGrail with it. Feeds it over. Behind the net, that is DeMeo. Wolverines continuing to work it around, patiently waiting for an opening. Certainly no rush, up by 14. And that pass high, Hillers draw the turnover. Taking it up, Michaela Scanovan. She's working against Charlotte DeMeo. Goes to the keeper. Now Harriet Rankin with it. And she's contested as it is knocked out of play, stays with the Hillers. Nearly intercepted there, it's loose. Westwood recovers. It was knocked down by Cecilia Thurmond. That's one thing I hope to see the Hillers do more of this season is try to defend, draw up those turnovers, and get a little aggressive at trying to create those opportunities. And I think that's one thing you will see more of as the season goes on. That comes with experience. And this Hiller team's certainly going to keep getting better and better as the season goes on. Picked up by Thurmond. Loose ball. Hillers have it. Collected by Turigny. And she's swarmed by Wolverines along the end line. Westwood draws the turnover. It's under 12 minutes left to go now. The Wolverines trying to burn the clock and improve to 4-1. Krumsick behind the net. Now over to Thurmond. Wolverines looking to get it closer to the net. McGrail with it, feeds it over. Westwood in the midst of repositioning in front of the net, trying to shake off the defenders. McGrail. Gets it over to Williams. Closing in, takes it, makes it. A blazing shot by Olivia Williams makes it 16-1. The score comes at 10:37 left. Clock continuing to count down. And we're going to get a timeout. Clock will stop at 10:26. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM 16-1 Westwood at the break. 10:26 left to go in the second half off the timeout. A 16-1 Westwood lead. The Hillers defense has improved in this second half. They've been able to draw up some turnovers and keep this Westwood offense a little bit at bay, but just so many good shooters on this Wolverines team. Picked up by Tarigny. Hillers looking to work it upfield. Jamie Arena with it. Arena going to close in. Feeds it over. I'd say right here that the Hillers really would like another couple of shots in this one and to work on that ball control a little bit. Michaela Scanovan looking to close in. Takes it, shoots wide. Stays with the Hillers. Coming up next for Hiller Lacrosse, few road games. They'll be at Algonquin on Thursday, then at Foxborough on Monday. And then they're back home against Dedham on Wednesday, April 26th. Catch all the Hiller home action right here on HCAM. There's a shot and a score. Emily Hayward. So the Hillers get one. That makes it a 16-2 game. At 9:05 left to go. There's a nice score there. As for Westwood, they have a couple of road games coming up as well. They'll be at Franklin on Friday. Franklin is known to be a very good lacrosse program. Should be a good battle there. And on Thursday, April 20th, they're at Bishop Gwerton High School. And on Friday, they'll be Friday, April 21st at Longmeadow. Wolverines working it upfield. Of course, Westwood in that Division I bracket for girls lacrosse, so they really load up that schedule with some tough competition, especially for those non-league games. And that's what Coach Spatola likes to do, is load up that schedule and make sure this team is battle-tested. Knocked loose, picked up by Tarigny. She's drawn a couple turnovers today. Hiller's looking to work it up, intercepted. It's taken back by Donnellan. Wolverine's going to be patient here, burn that clock and wait for the right opportunity. Wolverines will take it in. Pass over by Nazolio. Trying to close in, Sullivan. Gets it over, knocked loose, picked up by Sullivan. Stays with Westwood. Donnellan with it. Feeds it over. And you have to thank head coach Valine Hickey for the Hillers and Caitlin Wedemeyer. Very happy to see the effort the Hillers are putting in this second half, as that shot never got off. With it is McGowan. And you're going against a tough Westwood team, a lot more experienced than you, but hanging around in this second half, and they've improved throughout the course of this game. Out in front, Nazolio. The give and go. Knocked loose. She picks it back up. Looking to close in. And she held the shot back, and it might have just been courtesy. They'd rather hang on to the ball. And a good save there. Great save by Morgan Arnold. She's done pretty well in net today for the Hillers. Has had some good saves. Take it back. Oh, no. Knocked loose. Still on the ground. Hillers able to get it back. Good scoop up by Callie Hopkins. Had a play along the far side. It'll go to Westwood. Clock continuing to run down below the 4.5 mark now. Knocked loose. Westwood reclaims possession and trying to feed it out in front, knocked away. Hillers dropped the turnover. And it was Krumsick and Donlin working to get it out in front, and nice pick off there by the Hillers. Jamie Arena approaching. And a good save there by the Westwood keeper. And they actually had a new goalie in there. That was Deidre McGough, getting the sophomore some experience. Or excuse me, the junior goalkeeper some experience. Wolverines going to continue to try to burn that clock. Knocked loose along the far side. And it'll stay with Westwood. Just under 2.5 minutes left to go. Looking to bring it around. With it and hanging on to it is Nazolio. And it was a good pass and shot from out in front. Good score there by Westwood as they tag on another one. And I believe that was Vivian Bean who got the score. Assisted by Nazolio. 17-2 game. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go. Here comes the Hillers. Hayward with it, feeds it back. Looking to close in, and it's popped in. Michaela Scanovan. Nice goal there by Scanovan. 17-3. Score came at 40 seconds. Clock continuing to run down. Not much more left to go here. Westwood going to work it around the back of the net. And that is going to do it. A dominant win here for the Westwood Wolverines. They are certainly impressive, but a great job defensively in that second half, holding Westwood just 4 scores. But the defense certainly tightened up and made it a bit more of a game. But a good experience booster for the Hillers, as they will fall to 1-3. Westwood improves to 4-1, as the Wolverines of Westwood get the 17-3 victory over the Hopkinton Hillers. For John Ritz on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.